a situation where we now have 13 million people living below the poverty line, 7 million of whom are actually in work. For the first time, there's more people in work below the poverty line than out of work. You've got 1.4 million people on 0 hours contracts, 1.4 million people on workfare, you've got 1 million people relying on food banks, you've had, austerity has created the longest fall in living standards since records began, yet at the same time the 1,000 richest doubled their wealth since the recession started. Now I think it's becoming clearer and clearer that austerity was never about a deficit, it was never about any of these kind of things. All austerity was about was taking money from the poorest and putting it into the pockets of the richest. And this is something that we need to campaign against. This is something that we need to take on going forward. And it's clear that the government is going to be more confident than they ever were before. They're trying to attack everybody all at once. And I think that's why we need, these kind of meetings are very important. And going forward, that's why the People's Assembly has called for a national demonstration on Saturday the 20th of June. We're assembling that demonstration in the heart of the City of London, outside the Bank of England, and we're marching it to the doorstep of Parliament. And I think that's going to be an absolutely massive, massive demonstration. Already 70,000 people have signed up to be there on our website alone. Hundreds and hundreds of coaches have been organised from across the country. That demonstration will be hundreds of thousands of people, and it has to kickstart a whole series of direct actions, of strikes, of protests, of all of these kind of things up and down the country, because we've got to send a clear message to this government, and that's that we won't take austerity lying down. We don't think this government's got a mandate for what it's planning on doing, and we're going to make sure that it stops. So all of that starts on the 20th of June. Please make sure that you book up for the coaches going down from Milton, Keynes. We want to keep filling coaches, as many coaches as possible. I think we've got a couple of coaches already booked from Milton, Keynes. We want to fill those and book another one and book as many as we possibly need to. We don't want anybody to miss that demonstration. So please tell your friends, tell your workmates, get involved with the People's Assembly and the local group here, because we need to make sure that this government faces permanent opposition to what they're doing. Thank you, and I'll see you on the 23rd.